the DCU's first villainous team was finally shown on screen for the first time. Welcome to Stats In. If you're just joining us, please subscribe and don't forget to turn on notifications bell for more video. In the latest trailer for Superman, the DCU's first ever supervillain team was officially revealed. All of the characters who comprise the team have been featured in other promotional material for Superman, but they were all finally shown together as a team for the first time in the latest trailer. It is worth noting that the Creature Commandos team was not the first team of villains in the new franchise, as some of those characters, such as Rick Flag Sr., Nina, and the Bride, are anti-heroes at best, or worse, in other terms. James Gunn's new DCU is still gearing up to release its first live-action project, Superman, but fans already got a look at the franchise's first-ever team comprised entirely of supervillains. It seems clear that there will be a lot of teams in the DCU. Fans were already treated to seeing the Creature Commandos in action in a Max TV series centered around that team, and it has been confirmed through trailers and other marketing material that Superman will feature multiple members of what Gunn is calling the Justice Gang. However, those aren't the only two teams that have been revealed. Eve Teschmacher is a bit of a surprising member of the supervillain team, but, according to the most recent trailer, she will be traveling with Lex and the other members of the team on missions. For example, in the new trailer, she can be seen alongside Lex and the other members of the team entering the Fortress of Solitude. Gunn's version of Lex Luthor, who will have one major change from Zack Snyder's version of the character, will undoubtedly be the leader of the villain team that will be present in Superman. Seeing as how he will be the overall antagonist of the film and will be the one pulling the strings to control other characters, every other member of the team will be following his commands. The most recent Superman trailer seemed to put more focus on the villains of the film in general than previous trailers, teasers, or other TV spots did. For example, Lex Luthor had more dialogue in the most recent footage, which, in turn, highlighted him more than past footage did. Ultraman has appeared in nearly every piece of Superman marketing thus far, so fans can expect him to play a major role in the upcoming film. It seems as though he will directly face off against the Man of Steel multiple times in the movie, so fans should buckle up and get ready for a rivalry that will be kicked off on July 11th when Superman is released. The latest trailer featured the character going into the Fortress of Solitude with Lex and Eve, but also seemingly showcased Ultraman while he was unmasked. In the source material, Ultraman is an evil version of Superman from another universe. It looks like Superman will be taking the character in a different direction, but fans will have to wait for the movie's release to find out all of the secrets surrounding Ultraman. In previous versions of Superman, Eve has not been a traditional supervillain. Until Superman is released and Eve potentially has more appearances in the DCU, this new version of the character won't be fully explored, but actress Sarah Sampaio has teased that she will be a bit more conflicted than the other antagonists. As mentioned, the latest trailer for Superman featured multiple shots of the DCU's first team of supervillains. All of those shots came from seemingly the same scene, as it showcased all four members entering the Fortress of Solitude. Maria Gabriela de Farias Angela Spica, also known as the Engineer, will also be a part of the DCU's first-ever supervillain team. Like Ultraman, she has been featured in a lot of the film's marketing and was showcased a lot in the most recent trailer. The Engineer was also seen going into the Fortress of Solitude in the latest footage, and other trailers have teased that she will play a large role in an action sequence that will take place there. The Engineer's power comes from nanotechnology infused into her body, so she will be a powerful member of the team. Another shot of the team was filmed from inside the fortress, and it featured the front of all four members of the team before they walked inside. That particular shot is the best that showcases every member of the DCU's new team. The first shot featured three of the team members dressed in all black, with Eve Teschmacher being the only one wearing white, which may prove to be a bit of foreshadowing if Eve has a redemptive arc. They are standing in front of the entrance to the fortress, as the giant Superman logo is above them. One more shot from the Fortress of Solitude included the team inside as they are in action. Lex can be seen walking through the fortress with Eve behind him, while a projectile weapon created by the Engineer flies by. DC Studios continues to weave the web between projects in the rebooted DCU. Welcome to Stats In. If you're just joining us, please subscribe and don't forget to turn on notifications bell for more video. The DC Cinematic Universe, DCU, has only just begun with the release of Creature Commandos and the upcoming Superman, but DC Studios is already laying the groundwork for its interconnected universe. Co-studio head James Gunn made it clear his DCU will do some things differently from the current MCU. Still, Both franchises aim to create a range of superhero projects that link together into a cohesive universe, which involves planning these links well ahead of time. The Wonder Woman-adjacent television series Paradise Lost was one of the initial DCU projects in James Gunn and Peter Safran's Gods and Monsters slate. The series is focused on the origins and culture of Themyscira, the mythical all-female island from which Diana Prince hails. Gunn confirmed to Entertainment Weekly that Paradise Lost and the upcoming Wonder Woman movie would be separate things, but that they're connected. A new Wonder Woman movie was only just confirmed to be in development, so it's unclear how intertwined the two projects will be, but it's a safe bet that Themyscira will be a link between both. DC Studios already laid out how some of its projects will connect, whether that be through a certain character appearing in multiple DC films or series or a story event linking these disparate titles together. With a second season of Creature Commandos confirmed, it will no doubt continue to be a launchpad for DCU characters and connections across the wider superhero universe. Creature Commandos and its ragtag team of monster heroes already have fingers in several DCU pies thanks to its inclusion of characters like Frank Grillo as Rick Flag Sr., who has a role in both Superman and Peacemaker Season 2. Viola Davis also returns to voice Argus director Amanda Waller in the animated show, who was responsible for assembling the Suicide Squad in the old DCU, and Gunn's sequel The Suicide Squad, and commissions the Creature Commandos team. Several Superman actors have been confirmed for appearances in Peacemaker's second season, including Isabella Merced, Hawkgirl, Nathan Fillion, Green Lantern, and Sean Gunn, Maxwell Lord. Superman is also heavily rumored to feature a cameo from Millie Alcock's Supergirl film, which will tie the two Kryptonian heroes' stories together. Superman hits theaters on July 11, 2025. Superman is the first live-action film in the rebooted DCU and, as such, is one of the essential tethers in the superhero universe. The appearance of Rick Flag Sr., Frank Grillo, in the film connects the movie to Creature Commandos, but perhaps more relevant is how Superman will connect to the next DCU project, Peacemaker Season 2. In Season 1, Peacemaker followed on from the events of the Suicide Squad, and saw Peacemaker team up with Amanda Waller's daughter Leota, Danielle Brooks, to stop an intergalactic invasion. Season 2 of the show will follow the events of Superman, introducing Frank Grillo Sr. to the story and some of Superman's Justice Gang characters. Releasing its second season on August 21, 2025, on HBO Max, Peacemaker is a unique project that existed in both the old DCU and the new one, and as a result, will bridge both superhero franchises. After being introduced in the Suicide Squad, John Cena's non-traditional hero gained enough popularity to earn his own show. While audiences will meet Nathan Fillion's Guy Gardner, aka Green Lantern, in Superman First, he is far from the only man to carry the moniker, which will be explored in the HBO series Lanterns. The next major film release after Superman will follow the Kryptonian's cousin, Supergirl. Landing on June 26, 2026, the movie is directed by Craig Gillespie and stars Alcock as Supergirl in an adventure that features Jason Momoa's Lobo. Regarding crossover material, Supergirl is likely to connect in some ways to Superman's events, just because the two characters are family. However, a cameo from David Corenswet's hero or another